What's up, guys? It's your boys Awoki, back at it with another scary, terrifying, and creepy video from a new YouTube channel called The Sweet Spot. And the reason why we're watching this new one is because he has 15 paranormal cases that were too disturbing for the Warrens. Yeah, Ed and Lorraine Warren, those Warrens. So grab a chair, grab some popcorn, your extra pair of pants. It is spooky time. If you guys are new to my channel, if you guys are returning and have not subscribed yet, make sure you consider subscribing by hitting that white bell icon down at the bottom right. Hit that bell icon next to it, so when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that Wookie myself has posted that video. And then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you all so very much for the love and support. You guys are absolutely amazing, and hopefully one day we'll hit that 100K goal. But until that time, go over to The Sweet Spot. Go give them some love by subscribing, commenting, liking, and sharing. You know the deal. And with that being said, let's get into the spookiness.
What happens when the most fearless paranormal investigators are forced to turn away in fear? From a ghost town abandoned overnight to a werewolf possession case that defies belief, these paranormal encounters
That's the shadow doll.
weren't just terrifying, they were unbearable even for Ed and Lorraine Warren.
There's something in this home which has the intelligence to inflict physical and psychological harm.
Get ready to uncover the 15 paranormal cases, too disturbing for the Warrens.
But did they do them though? I like the intro, man.
Number 15. White Lady at Easton's Union Cemetery. Union Cemetery, tucked away in Easton, Connecticut, appears tranquil, but conceals the legendary haunting of the mysterious White Lady, one of America's most famous apparitions.
This one?
Her haunting has gripped paranormal investigators, including the renowned Ed and Lorraine Warren, whose encounters at this cemetery rank among their most chilling experiences. But who is this spectral figure? Eyewitness accounts describe her as a ghostly woman draped in flowing white garments, wandering silently among tombstones. Those who've encountered her speak of an overwhelming feeling of sadness, as if her presence is steeped in sorrow and longing.
That's creepy.
Witnesses report sudden appearances and vanishings, and even frightening incidents where she seems to approach vehicles passing through, causing drivers to swerve in terror. The Warrens themselves investigated extensively, capturing what Lorraine described as some of the most compelling photographic evidence of the paranormal. A shadowy figure undeniably present yet disturbingly elusive. Various legends surround her identity. A grieving mother searching for her lost
Has anybody that's watching this right now been to this cemetery in Connecticut?
child, or a woman betrayed near the cemetery grounds. Yet, despite extensive research, her true story remains shrouded in mystery. Some view the White Lady as a sorrowful spirit forever locked in grief, while others believe her presence indicates a darker force embedded deep within Union Cemetery. Walking through this haunted place after dusk means risking an encounter with a ghost better left unseen. Number 14.
Okay.
Al Jazeera Al-Hamra. What secrets lie hidden in Al Jazeera Al-Hamra, the abandoned coastal village whispered to be one of the most haunted places in the Middle East?
Why is it abandoned?
Located just an hour's drive from Dubai in the Emirate of Ras Al Khaimah, Al Jazeera Al-Hamra, translated as Red Island, once flourished as a prosperous pearl fishing town inhabited by over 2,000 people. But mysteriously, by the late 1960s, the entire population vanished without a trace, leaving behind eerie homes, crumbling buildings, and unsettling silence. Why did they leave so abruptly? Locals believe the answer lies in the supernatural. Tales of restless jinn, shadowy apparitions, and unexplained phenomena haunt those who dare enter. Visitors report hearing whispers, footsteps in empty rooms, and even chilling laughter emanating from vacant alleys. Some witnesses claim they've been touched by unseen hands or have glimpsed ghostly figures lurking in windows and doorways.
Ooh.
But how real is this haunting? Historians speculate the villagers left due to economic struggles. But those who've experienced Al Jazeera Al-Hamra firsthand insist something darker drove the villagers out.
And the Warrens went there?
This ghost town remains eerily untouched, as if frozen in time, intensifying its reputation as a hotspot of paranormal activity, one that even renowned paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren might have hesitated to approach. Number 13.
Oh.
The Smurl family haunting. On Chase Street in West Pittston, Pennsylvania, an ordinary family home became the setting for a terrifying ordeal that would challenge even seasoned paranormal investigators, Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Why?
The Smurl family haunting. Beginning in 1970,
Oh.
Jack and Janet Smurl, along with their 4 daughters, encountered relentless paranormal phenomena that escalated into violent confrontations with unseen forces. Initially subtle, the disturbances soon intensified dramatically. Eerie whispers echoed through the rooms, shadowy apparitions appeared, and household objects flew violently across spaces without explanation. But what dark force was tormenting this innocent family? The Warrens investigated and quickly recognized the malevolent presence in the Smurl home as demonic. Lorraine Warren described it as intensely evil and unusually powerful, capable of physical assaults on family members, including Jack and Janet being levitated and thrown across rooms. Terrifyingly, the attacks included deeply personal violations and psychological torment. Despite multiple exorcisms and religious interventions, the Smurls continued to endure the haunting for nearly a decade, with the entity persistently returning and escalating its violence. Were the Smurls victims of an extraordinarily powerful demonic force?
Look at that camera. now our cameras.
Or was there something else at play, equally terrifying and inexplicable? Number 12. The Shadow Doll.
Yeah.
Hidden within the Warrens'
I hate this shadow doll, to be honest.
Museum of Haunted Artifacts lies an object so terrifying.
Or this one, what they call this one? The voodoo. I can't remember what they called this one.
That even the renowned paranormal investigators themselves hesitated to discuss it. The Shadow Doll. Unlike the well-known Annabelle, this doll has a darker, more insidious reputation. But what makes this eerie figure so profoundly disturbing? Crafted with human bones, animal teeth, and wrapped in black feathers, the Shadow Doll is believed to have been specifically designed for malevolent rituals. Its dark purpose? Inflicting harm upon unsuspecting victims through dreams. Once targeted, victims would experience horrifying nightmares, where the doll would manifest and cause physical harm, leaving real marks and scratches upon waking.
That's why you don't be mean to them.
Who would craft such an unsettling artifact, and why?
You never know.
It's rumored that practitioners of dark magic created the Shadow Doll to enact revenge or fulfill sinister desires from afar. Victims often remained unaware that their torment was caused by this doll, attributing their injuries to mere coincidence or bad dreams. Currently locked away behind protective glass, the Shadow Doll remains a chilling reminder of the
And now that Elton and Matt own that place, they are the ones that caretake on that doll.
thin veil between dreams and reality. Even Lorraine Warren herself advised caution, warning that merely viewing the doll could invite its curse. Number 11.
Nope.
The demon behind Valick. In the world of the paranormal, few names send shivers down the spine quite like Valick, the malevolent demon portrayed in The Nun. But did you know this chilling character may have roots in a real-life horror encountered by legendary paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren? In the 1970s, England, a haunting unlike any other captured the Warrens' attention, the infamous Enfield Poltergeist. At the heart of this haunting was a young girl named Janet Hodgson, who became possessed by an entity capable of eerie, guttural speech, levitation, and violent disturbances.
Valick.
Although the Warrens' involvement was brief, the intensity of the haunting left an indelible mark on Lorraine Warren herself, who described experiencing visions of a demonic figure, a hooded, nun-like entity whose malicious presence haunted her dreams. But who or what was this terrifying presence Lorraine encountered? While the movie depicts Valick as a sinister nun, historical texts reveal Valick to be a demon commanding legions of dark spirits, known primarily from ancient grimoires, rather than appearing in religious attire. Lorraine's chilling encounter was said to be so intense and disturbing that it profoundly impacted her, inspiring the infamous figure brought to life on screen. To this day, Valick remains one of the most feared.
I've had many of bad nightmares of this nun Valick character.
Demonic entities linked to the Warrens' investigations. Is this truly the demon that haunted Lorraine Warren's darkest visions? Or does Valick still lurk somewhere, awaiting another chance to terrify the living? Number 10.
Ugh.
The Devil on Trial. In 1981,
Oh, the devil made me do it?
unfolded in Brookfield, Connecticut. A legal battle unprecedented in American history known as the Trial of Arna Cheyenne Johnson, famously called the Devil on Trial. But what truly happened that dark winter day? Arna Johnson, a seemingly ordinary young man, suddenly committed a violent stabbing his landlord Alan Bono to His defense shocked the nation. Johnson claimed he had been possessed by a demon at the time of the killing.
Defense attorney in Connecticut will try to prove his client is not guilty of murder because the 19-year-old defendant allegedly said that he was possessed by the devil at the time of the
The claim, unprecedented in a U.S. court, thrust paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren into the spotlight. They supported Johnson's claims, having personally witnessed a terrifying demonic possession within his fiance's younger brother, David Glatzel, shortly before the murder. During exorcisms performed by the Warrens, Arnie had boldly challenged the demon tormenting David, inviting it to possess him instead. A dangerous invitation that allegedly became tragically real. Despite skepticism and disbelief, Johnson's trial captured national attention. His lawyer pleaded innocence based on demonic possession, a shocking strategy that the court ultimately rejected, sentencing him for manslaughter. Some insist Arnie Johnson was genuinely possessed, driven to commit by demonic forces, while others argue it was a disturbing case of severe psychological disturbance. Number 9. Borley Church. Hidden within the quiet countryside of Essex, England stands Borley Church, an unassuming chapel cloaked in mystery and fear.
I don't think this is the one that Sam and Kobe went to, though.
Known as the most haunted church in England, Borley Church's chilling reputation was enough to intrigue even Ed and Lorraine Warren, legendary investigators who encountered some of the darkest paranormal phenomena in history. But what exactly haunts this isolated chapel? Built in the 12th century, Borley Church is tied to centuries-old tales of sorrow and tragedy. Witnesses have described phantom footsteps echoing through empty halls, unsettling whispers, and shadowy figures seen drifting across the churchyard.
Oh.
Among these spirits, the most infamous is a nun said to roam the grounds mourning a tragic romance from the past. Legend says she fell in love with a monk, and their forbidden affair led to her brutal death, leaving her restless soul bound to Borley. During their visit in 1976, the Warrens themselves felt an overwhelming presence, reportedly capturing unexplained voices and eerie photographic evidence. Lorraine Warren described the experience as deeply troubling, sensing a profound sadness intertwined with malevolence, suggesting Borley Church harbored entities unwilling or unable to move on. Are these merely ghost stories spun by frightened villagers? Or is Borley Church truly a place where restless souls linger? Would you step inside this ancient chapel knowing the tragic spirits it may conceal within its shadowy walls?
Not by myself.
Annabelle Doll.
One of the
Locked
most,
behind protective
let's say, one of the most haunted dolls besides Robert and what was that? Susie doll, the Sally doll,
glass and stern warnings,
Shadow doll.
the world's most infamous haunted doll, remains a terrifying enigma. Known globally through chilling tales and popular films, the real story of Annabelle is far darker and more unsettling than fiction could ever capture.
No,
But
thank
who
you.
or what is Annabelle? In 1970, the nightmare began innocently enough. A nursing student named Donna received a Raggedy Ann doll as a gift, unaware that the innocent-looking toy harbored something profoundly sinister. Soon, Donna and her roommate Angie noticed disturbing occurrences. The doll moving on its own, handwritten notes appearing mysteriously, and even attacks leaving deep claw-like marks on their friend. When paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren became involved, they uncovered a terrifying truth. The entity within Annabelle wasn't a child, as initially believed, but a malevolent demon intent on possession. Recognizing the danger, the Warrens took Annabelle to their occult museum, sealing her behind a sacred barrier designed to restrain her evil influence. Yet, despite the Warrens' precautions, Annabelle's malevolence seems endless. Visitors who mock or disrespect her enclosure have faced unexplained accidents and misfortunes, Is Annabelle simply a cursed doll, or something much darker, a conduit for pure evil? Number 7.
Let's not
Peron
try
family haunting. In the peaceful countryside of Harrisville, Rhode Island, a farmhouse sits quietly, concealing secrets beneath its ordinary exterior. But behind its doors lies a terrifying story, the Peron family haunting, an event so chilling it became the inspiration for the blockbuster film The Conjuring. In 1971, the Peron family moved into their dream home, unaware of the nightmare awaiting them. Almost immediately, strange occurrences began. Unexplained noises, doors opening on their own, and unsettling whispers echoing through the hall.
Could you live through that? Could you live like the Peron family? Let me know.
Halls. Soon, the disturbances intensified, becoming aggressive and frightening. The family experienced physical attacks, apparitions, and witnessed terrifying visions of a malevolent spirit. But who was haunting them, and why? Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren were called to investigate and quickly uncovered a dark history. The home was allegedly haunted by the spirit of Bathsheba Sherman, a woman accused of witchcraft in the 1800s and rumored to have cursed the land. Lorraine Warren herself described the house as harboring the darkest presence she'd ever encountered.
And it's not like they had a Facebook page where we can do some research. I mean, it came from hearsay from people that sent it down by generation. So
acknowledging that the evil residing there was dangerously powerful. Despite their expertise, even the Warrens found the Peron haunting exceptionally disturbing. The family's torment continued for nearly a decade before they were finally forced to flee the home. Could you withstand a night in the Peron family's haunted farmhouse? Or is the risk of confronting true evil simply too great? Number 6.
Not alone.
The DeFio family tragedy.
The Amityville horror.
In the quiet suburb of Amityville, New York, a tragic event unfolded in November 1974, forever staining the peaceful community with horror. The DeFio family tragedy remains one of the most chilling paranormal cases investigated by Ed and Lorraine Warren, laying the foundation for the infamous Amityville horror. But what really happened that fateful night? Ronald DeFio Jr. shocked the nation when he brutally his entire family, his parents and 4 siblings, as they slept. Yet, unsettling mysteries surrounded the crime. How could the shots from a high-powered rifle fail to awaken anyone? And what drove Ronald to commit such an atrocity? Investigations hinted at something sinister beyond mere human evil.
Demons.
When the Lutz family later moved into the house, they experienced horrifying paranormal phenomena, strange odors, apparitions, violent nightmares, and terrifying voices commanding them to leave. The Warrens discovered that the property sat atop grounds tainted by centuries of dark events, including alleged demonic rituals. Lorraine Warren the house as possessing a force unlike anything she'd previously encountered, an evil presence powerful enough to incite. Ronald DeFio himself later claimed he had been compelled by voices urging him to. The Amityville horror remains shrouded in mystery, fueling debate between those who believe it was human madness and others convinced of sinister supernatural forces. Few dare cross the threshold of the notorious house, fearing to awaken the darkness within. Get ready for today's mystic topic.
What?
What happens when a paranormal event is so chilling even the Warrens don't want to touch it? Deep in an abandoned house lurks a terrifying secret. Shadowy women in white, frozen in eerie silence. Ed and Lorraine took one look and backed out, permanently. Could it be a curse? A forgotten ritual? What made the Warrens abandon the investigation forever? Drop your thoughts below. And don't forget to mention #MysticTopic. Number 5.
Let me know what you think.
True story of the Enfield Poltergeist. In a modest house on Green Street in Enfield, London, a chilling paranormal event unfolded that would terrify the world and captivate legendary investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. The sinister story of the Enfield Poltergeist. Beginning in August.
Just think if Ed and Lorraine were like here now in today's society. I mean, they did just pass not too long ago, a few years back, but it's just the fact that what if they had all the technology we have now and so forth, and the social media presence. And
1977, the Hodgson family became victims of violent supernatural disturbances. Furniture moved inexplicably, Household items flew across rooms, and eerie knocking sounds echoed through the walls. But the horrors escalated dramatically when Janet Hodgson became the focus of the haunting. She levitated, spoke in deep, unnatural voices, and appeared controlled by an unseen force. Who or what was responsible for tormenting the Hodgsons? When the Warrens arrived to investigate, they witnessed alarming paranormal activity, describing it as one of their most disturbing encounters. The spirit identified itself as Bill Wilkins, a former resident who died years earlier in the house. Yet the haunting seemed to embody a darker force, a malevolent poltergeist capable of violence and terror. Critics accused Janet and her sister Margaret of
I think they called it the Grinning Man.
faking incidents, but chilling evidence suggested otherwise. Police officers, reporters, and multiple witnesses experienced phenomena that defied rational explanation. To this day, the Enfield haunting remains shrouded in mystery. The Enfield Poltergeist remains an unsettling mystery.
Oh,
Either
so
a
that's the
mischievous
real
spirit
house.
craving chaos or a darker, more sinister force altogether. Surviving in the shadow of that unexplained terror on Green Street would test even the strongest courage. Number 4.
Hi.
Snedeker House. In the
Snedeker
quiet
House?
town of Southington, Connecticut, an unassuming house
There's a lot in Connecticut.
hides a dark past that transformed into a nightmare for the Snedeker family.
Oh.
A haunting so intense, it became known as the Haunting in Connecticut.
Ah.
When the Snedekers moved into the house in 1986, they were unaware that their new home had once been a funeral parlor, complete with embalming equipment and a chilling history. Almost immediately, the family began experiencing terrifying supernatural phenomena. They reported shadowy figures, eerie voices, and sinister apparitions roaming through the house. Most disturbingly, their teenage son was violently attacked by unseen forces. Who or what was causing this horrifying ordeal? Desperate for answers, the Snedekers turned to renowned paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. Upon entering the home, Lorraine sensed an overwhelming presence of evil, later confirming that demonic entities inhabited the former morgue. The Warrens claimed that mortuary workers had engaged in necromancy.
Oh my
disturbing the
gosh.
spirits of the and opening a gateway for darker forces. Despite skepticism, the Snedekers maintained their chilling experiences were genuine.
Don't do
supported
that.
by numerous eyewitnesses who encountered paranormal events within the house.
Ay, ay, ay.
Some believe the Snedeker house is haunted by restless spirits disturbed by its mortuary history, while others suspect an even darker entity awakened within. Entering this notorious house demands immense courage, yet many insist its doors are better left closed. Number 3. The Case of the Werewolf.
I want to know
In the
this.
quiet town of Southend, England, an unnerving case emerged that challenged even renowned paranormal experts, Ed and Lorraine Warren, the terrifying account known as the Case of the Werewolf. Bill Ramsey seemed like an ordinary man until, without warning, he experienced violent episodes resembling animalistic transformations. During these fits, Bill displayed unnatural strength, growled viciously, and exhibited behavior eerily reminiscent of a wild beast. Witnesses, including police officers, reported that Bill even physically transformed, with his features distorting into a horrifying wolf-like visage. But was Bill truly turning into a werewolf? Desperate for answers, the Warrens investigated and concluded that Bill Ramsey was suffering from
I did not know this.
a rare form of demonic possession, manifesting as lycanthropy, a condition historically associated with werewolf legends. Recognizing the severity of Bill's affliction, the Warrens arranged an exorcism performed by Bishop Robert McKenna. During the ritual, witnesses reported terrifying phenomena, including unnatural howls, and Bill physically resisting with superhuman strength. Amazingly, the exorcism appeared successful, freeing Bill Ramsey from the malevolent force controlling him. But questions remain unanswered. Was Bill possessed by a demonic entity mimicking a werewolf? Or was it a rare psychological condition fueled by darker, unknown forces? The terrifying legends of werewolves may contain a deeper truth than many realize. Or perhaps they reveal a sinister aspect of human fear and vulnerability manipulated by darker forces. Number 2.
I never knew that.
Donovan family Ouija.
Oh,
In
gosh.
West Hartford, Connecticut, an innocent
Oh.
curiosity turned into a living nightmare for the Donovan family. a chilling case of paranormal terror that even
Of all these different cases that I thought the Warrens were on and so forth like that, I did not know some of these cases that the Warrens worked on.
seasoned investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren found deeply disturbing. It began innocently when the Donovan family's daughter, Patty, began experimenting with a Ouija board hoping to contact
Do not touch a Ouija board!
spirits. But instead of reaching harmless entities, Patty unknowingly opened a portal to something dark and malevolent. Almost immediately, the family's home became a battleground. Violent poltergeist activity escalated rapidly. Furniture levitated, disembodied voices echoed through rooms, and shadowy apparitions manifested with terrifying regularity.
Oh,
What
that's
had Patty
creepy.
unleashed? When the Warrens arrived, they uncovered a grim truth. The Ouija board had opened a doorway, allowing demonic entities into the Donovans' home. The family endured relentless attacks, with objects hurled
Oh, hello.
household pets mysteriously harmed, and frightening physical assaults on family members themselves. Despite multiple interventions and exorcisms, the entities persisted, demonstrating a disturbing resilience. Lorraine Warren described the case as profoundly troubling. With the evil in the Donovan home among the darkest she'd ever faced, some believe a seemingly harmless game opened the gates of hell,
No.
while others think this haunting was tied to darker, inexplicable forces.
Why would you want to do that?
Few would willingly
Nope.
risk testing the terrifying truth behind the Ouija board's dark reputation.
Just don't touch
Number
it.
1. The Dudley Town Curse Story. Concealed in the shadow-filled wilderness of Connecticut lies Dudley Town, a village cloaked in disturbing tales of curses and known widely as the Village of the Damned. Established in the 1740s, Dudley Town quickly became synonymous with tragedy and despair. Early settlers reportedly suffered madness, inexplicable accidents, and untimely. By the late 1800s, the village was abandoned, leaving only ruins engulfed by eerie silence and whispers of a sinister curse. What dark force could devastate an entire community? Legend traces the curse to England, originating with Edmund Dudley, who was beheaded for treason.
Oh,
His descendants brought their cursed legacy to America, seemingly dooming Dudley Town. Visitors report unsettling experiences, intense feelings of dread, ghostly apparitions, mysterious shadows, and unexplained disorientation within the forest. Even renowned paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren acknowledge the area's deeply troubling atmosphere, labeling it a place of powerful and malevolent energy. Yet, despite its notoriety, Dudley Town remains guarded, with entry strictly forbidden. The truth behind its cursed history is locked within those haunted woods, known only by those who dared venture in and sometimes never returned. Could Dudley Town truly be cursed, haunted by ancestral sins?
no
Or
thanks.
is it simply a victim of tragic circumstances embellished by fear? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content.
Well, with that being said, I definitely did learn quite a lot. I definitely got my shivers, even though this was more informative than it was actually scary. But let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Have you heard of these cases? Have you not heard of the cases? If you could give me some more information, you know more than I do, let me know. Again, thank you guys for being here. Please take care. Be safe. As always, keep nerding on, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.